Sorry chaps, technical issues. Dave's just restarting, so we'll be a couple of minutes and we'll be off. If nobody's switched off yet. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We are IRC Invitational Round 2 around Monza. We're just waiting for Dave. He will join the chat shortly. He's joined the lobby but not the chat. He's having technical issues. So yeah, except Round 2 Monza after oh, Dave has joined. Are you there, Dave? Are you there, Dave? No, nothing. He must be muted. But no, except yeah, we're at Round 2 Monza. Last night, the first ever IRC Invitational Round. I think it went quite well. Congratulations to DRL 1 and 2. Just quickly run through the table from last night. We have DRL on 44 points. We have IRC after a position change from a penalty that was saved under not saved behind the safety car for a 5-second penalty, which saw Sprint take that time back, which promoted him to P5. So we've got IRC on 26 points. We have Zenith on 24 points. Again, unfortunately deducted 2 points for a misdemeanor, but that's all we're going to say on that matter tonight. And GFO in 4th place on 14 points. So yeah, we're a bit underprepared because Dave's got the team sheets for DRL and Zenith as he joins us now. I think that's better. He's back.
I'll do. I won't be a star.
That's better. Yeah, so I'll quickly run through the GFO team. We have GFO Nikas. No, we don't. So it's probably yeah, these no, these are the name T Sammy's give us. He's not give us the PSN names, has he? So we've got GFO Nikas, we've got Spanias, we've got Panapup, we have GFO Roshi, and GFO Red Donkey. A bit of a
beautifully pronounced.
I'm waiting for yours. But yeah, I think going on GFO's results last night, Dave, they'll be a bit disappointed. Do you think? After the promise they showed?
think it was a learning curve for everybody, wasn't it, Matt? It was the retirements cost them, no doubt about it. As I'm just logging onto the game now,
and
so
I think we are having to have a restart, mate. To be fair.
No, why?
They're stuck on the black screen, mate.
Oh,
right.
Classic. That'd be my fault.
Right, it is your fault, mate. I'll quickly restart.
Sorry, everybody. Honestly, it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it, guys.
So yeah, we'll hold that thought. I'll cancel the stream. No, I'll keep it going.
Keep the stream on. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah,
so
last
GFO,
night, Dave.
Yeah, I think it's a great start. You could not get off to a better start. I think the racing was fantastic. Majority of it clean. A few bumps and scrapes, which is what you expect to get. But overall, mate, I thought it went brilliant.
It went a lot better than it went.
Pace.
Yeah, they look the team to beat, don't they?
It's just a shame penalties sort of marred the results a little bit down the field, but you know, there was some stand-up performance. Map 2 won the race last night for DRL, absolutely fantastic. 1-2 DRL. That's right, isn't it? I said that right, yeah?
Who's that, Dave?
Alpamut
here. We'll go with.
Look, listen, I've been practicing this all day.
It's better.
It's as good as it's getting. And of course, you're with an 8th place after a mistake. There's cars going out. Are we switching?
Yeah, we're switching.
We restarting?
Oh, unless I can get back in, can I?
Because
no, we're restarting, mate. Because Lennon couldn't get in.
Right, so we're restarting. Yeah. Oh no, everyone's in. Everyone's saying. I think Len needs an invite.
No, we got a call to restart, mate, on the thing. So I'm just quickly setting it up now.
Right, so we are restarting. So give me an invite when you're ready, Matt. And
yeah.
Again tonight, and Alpamut, along with Yor and Little Paul making his debut tonight, and Scaife Bake, who DNF'd last night. He'll be going for the DRL boys, who made an absolute fantastic start. 44 points. Matt, DRL the team to beat so far after round 1.
Yeah, very promising, Matt. I know we got off to the Navy had that blistering start last night to get ahead of them, but I think the result went the way it was last night. I think the pace Map 2 showed when he was regularly in front, regularly behind. He was never out of it. So I think the result was a fair one. You know, I think everybody will be pleased with the way it went, the way the leagues performed, the way the drivers, from the feedback we've been getting, it went. Everybody enjoyed it, which was the main.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, like I said, we just hope it can continue.
As I'll quickly run through the Zenith drivers in just a second as I finished inviting them all. There we go. So for Zenith tonight, complete change except for Lennon, who really started last night. I'm watching the race back from last night, and Lennon was on lap 15 in 13th place. Managed to claw it back to, I think, 6th in the end. I think Sprint got a top 5 with his 5-second penalty overturned, which just shows how close it was. Sprint finished 11th, a 5-second penalty rescinded, and he was straight back up to 5th place. That just shows how close these leagues are. So it's DRL 44 from IRC with a fantastic start with 26, Zenith with 24, and GFO with 14. Matt, in terms of IRC for your boys, that was a hell of a start as well, wasn't it? Especially from Steve.
Yeah, like I said, Steve went from, he had the contact in the first lap, went on to the mediums, I believe, and went to the end, and obviously pitted again for the mediums on the second safety car. And yeah, I mean, we all know the quality Steve's got, but I say Sprint as well, great showing from Sprint. Unfortunately, Sammy and Asdog couldn't hold it, and obviously with Sprint's penalty being overturned, it pushed Sammy out the point. So
was there a little bit of surprise with Sammy? Of course, the runaway Super League champion from the season just gone, didn't really hook it up in qualifying, and then of course the safety car messed him up last night, and you know, he managed to didn't even score a point in the end, I don't think, actually. Bit of a surprise.
I think it could have been, like I say, totally different if that safety car would have come out 10-20 seconds earlier. It could have been a totally different story for T Sammy and IRC, but obviously he's not racing tonight. He's back tomorrow, I believe, hoping to redeem himself. But yeah, a bit. I don't want to say disappointing, because anybody who races in these leagues can't be disappointing. It's why we all do it. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to chat while I set the lobby up.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, no.
Led for a large part of the race last night as well.
Yeah, I think, like I say, that safety car come out and it meant he couldn't pit. And by the time he was pitting, the gap from first to last was about 12 seconds, I think. So he was always 10 seconds behind the pack. As we are missing, who we're missing?
Felt cruelly denied. Of course, he retired in the end, but he was leading by a good 10 seconds before it cruelly went away from him with the safety car.
Of course, we can't get the GFO boys in, can we? Because because they're not here, are they? For God's sake. Oh, sorry, I've just got a friend request. I'll just accept that. They're probably laughing at us, Dave, but it's not our fault. Sorry, I've just got a friend request from the GFO boys, so I'll add him in now. No, Jacob left not shortly before you, Dave, to be fair. So unfortunately, it looks like you're down to 4.
Let's add Jacob back in, see what's going on there.
As soon as these boys join, we'll get off. We've got Skiff Bake rejoined.
I think Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Jacob was our. There he is. There's Jacob. Phew. He was our main hope for tonight. Strong lineup presented, by the way. So as you can see, just Lennon in from last night. We've also got Jacob Bradbury. So quick. If he can keep
he's
it
one
clean,
of the top ones in
race.
esports completely, isn't he? You've brought the big boys. You've got the big guns out tonight, have you?
We've gone for it tonight. Jonathan Cox as well, who shone in the last race as well. Had a good second half of the season last season. Lucas as well, who finished 5th in the IRC Championship, and Roscoe, who will be making his full debut in the IRC
Spectate, Dave.
Next season. Oh, spectate. Yeah. Got it. There we go.
So we are just missing one. Who are we missing? No, we're not. We're going. We're ready to go. Let's go.
We're ready. Right, we're going at this time, guys. We are definitely going this time. I'm just going to make sure. I'm just going to post the links out quick.
Yeah,
actually, that gave me a good chance to catch up. That did.
Didn't me? I was talking and setting the lobby up at the same time.
Oh, no, my PS4 just shut itself off randomly, as it does. And a bit of a doolally. We're back now. So round 2, Italy, completely different track to what we saw in Australia for round 1. And despite the long straights, overtaking can still be a little bit tricky. Okay, it's long straights, but narrow straights.
Yeah, just run through the IRC teams. I think that's the only one we've missed.
Sorry, Matt.
No, it's my fault.
As you were.
Everybody else before us. No, we've got pretty much the same team from last night. We've got Steve, who we mentioned had a great showing last night to P4. We've got Asdog again, who's hoping to redeem himself. Timmy, another one, crashed out early doors, mid-race. We've got Sprint again, race last night, was promoted to P5. And we've got a relative at IRC newcomer in Rizzle Sticks, who's held his hands up and said, yeah, why not? Get me in. So
that's what we need.
Unfortunately, that's us. That's us. We're good to go.
And I've not seen much of Rizzle Sticks. So what can we expect from Rizzle Sticks?
Clean racing. It's clean racing. Not necessarily the best. Just learning the game, I think. But getting used to the IRC, the way we set up and whatnot. But yeah, he's held his hands up. I think he's done 4 races. He's held his hand up and says, yeah, give me a go.
And of course, we found out earlier on that we'll be joined by a bit of an IRC legend, possibly on Friday night with Snap, putting his name into the hat.
I say, mate, that
Look.
we've got a mix up and down the field. So we're looking. I say we've filled it up until Thursday, I think, up to now.
So that's so what's the weather doing? I've heard rumours it could have been raining.
Where's Jonathan Cox when you need him?
Yeah, where's Jonathan Cox, our
Cox
usual
on the
weatherman for
YouTube
this sort of
page,
thing?
mate.
Where are you?
Let's get that out fast, lad.
So there we go. So let's wait for the. Of course, the GFO boys are in the blue and white cars. DRL in red and black. Zenith in black and gold, and the IRC with a bit of all the colours: white, gold, and red, and a bit of black as well.
And a bit of yellow.
Beautiful. And a little bit of gold, yellow.
I must admit, the cars did look nice last night. On the grid.
Yeah, I really love these liveries of all the cars. And who's going to be the first man out? Who
Dave,
wants the,
apparently your Twitch is a black screen at the moment, says Lennon.
Get in.
So leave it.
Okay, well I think I'm streaming to the Facebook page as well.
Yeah, I think it's been
look
shared.
at that.
So
Beautiful black screen on Twitch. Love it.
so yeah, we've got cars going out on track. A bit of an early sight. I mean, I was talking to the guys in the IRC chat today. I said if they get out early, get out, get in, get out, you could maybe possibly get 4 runs in. And,
it's a short.
very,
of course.
very.
A few of the drivers as well like to skip across chicanes, and you can easily. You probably do 3 runs, yeah, quite comfortably do 3 runs around here.
You comfortably do 3 runs, yeah, because you can do it in a 12-minute session, can't you? I'm just wondering if you can get 4 in.
Plenty of action. We'll try and cover as much as possible for you guys.
Yeah, it was frantic last night. The safety cars helped us, didn't they?
And I'm expecting more tonight as well.
And obviously you got Lucas tonight as well.
Oh, apparently it is. Lennon says it is working now. Hooray! I think there's a slight delay with the Twitch and Facebook. It's all new, just experimenting. Very quiet though. Look, oh, my mic's on low. That's why.
That's why. We'll get there. We'll get there for Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, for the final round, we'll have it. Can hear Matt more than you. But, well, Lennon, that's the feedback I needed, mate. So thank you. I'm trying to.
That's not a bad thing, though, Lennon, is it? So at least you can hear me this time.
Yeah, usually it's all the way around. So we should see some laps coming in shortly as we've got some drivers out there starting their flying laps now. I'm looking at the GFO Spenias making his League Cup debut tonight.
Yeah, I've got
GFO
Panapa 19 from Greece just in front of him.
There's some great names in here. I tell you what, I can't wait. I'm going to struggle again tonight. We got, Panapab, Spanias, Big Virgil, we all know, of course, he was in last night. Little Paul's nice and easy. And of course, Alpumut K.
How do you hide that spectator menu?
Press square.
Press square, don't you? And it's gone.
Or triangle. There you go, mate. See, we're all learning. We're all
going.
learning.
We're there.
So round comes Spanias down to the underneath the bridge, coming up to the famous Ascari chicane. High speed, absolute end of your seat stuff as you go around here. You've got, and then it gets so easy to pick up a warning or a penalty round there. Spanias fastest time so far in the GFO, but I think he's the guy out there doing a time at the moment. Down to Parabolica comes now.
Do you think we'll see many losing on Ascari tonight? I know we saw a few on the notorious 10-12 at Australia.
Yeah, as someone already has. Unless they're part, I can see on the map there's someone just in the entrance. There's Padapap goes fastest in a 19.3, and Spanias does a 19.0.
Bit of a toe there, was he? As we've got little Paul just coming down the Ascari now. Just navigates Ascari coming up to a Parabolica. So you get, as a driver, you get a lot of rest in this race, don't you? You know, you got a few tricky break.
Yor goes into second. We've got Matt 2, last night's winner, jumping into 4th place, half a second off so far. We heard Matt 2 say last night this is not his favourite track. None of the Zenith
Little
boys
Paul
have time
78
yet.
was 6th of the 119.7.
Absolute chaotic. Look at the times flying in everywhere. Roscoe down in 12th place. I think Rizzlesticks puts himself into 12th now. Dispossesses Ross. Asdog there in 8th. We've got Little Paul, Lorenzo, Matt 2, Yor, Lennon, Steve, Jonathan Cox, Lucas, Alpumut yet to do a time. Or Jacob Jacob,
Jacob's notorious leaving it for the last isn't he?
He's out there now, and he's on a flyer, as I can see. As you can see, two GFO boys in the background. If you're watching Jacob right now in the black and gold car for Zenith, a man who won the final race this season in the IRC Elite, the last ever IRC Elite race he won, of course, as he crosses the line and goes to second place by the smallest of margins, just behind Spanias.
Bit of traffic for Jonathan Cox there from Zenith. This is coming to Ascari, navigates it well.
I was going to mention this,
no,
of course, Jonathan Cox is... no, on my screen, he's all good.
No, he didn't. It wasn't far off, though.
Jonathan Cox has a lot of Italian... Look at the traffic. A lot of Italian heritage for Jonathan Cox. Sort of a home race for the man.
He's English. He's not got far to go home, has he?
Got about to cross the line now. He's another qualifying specialist. Puts himself into 8th place after his first run as well. As you can see on that shot there, the traffic, which is going to be a big problem. It's a very short lap. And we've got 20 minutes, well less than that now, 12.5 minutes, but to get a clear lap in is quite tough. Who hasn't done a time yet? Lucas hasn't done a time. Steve's still in the pits lane out there, and Alpumut also out there.
Yeah, I don't quite know what's up with Steve. He was talking to getting out early and getting three runs done.
And the top three
still get it done.
Are different leagues, Matt. We've got GFO from Zenith, from DRL, and GFO again. GFO already having a far better outing than what they had.
It went well from qualifying last
night,
didn't it? It was a race which seemed to be their downfall last night.
Yeah, retirements as well, which really cost them. Jonathan Cox is done, so let's... Lucas, I think, is on a flyer in Ascari at the moment. Lennon starting. The track's pretty quiet now. This is the time to be out now, as Lucas has invalidated, in fact, the Greek driver. So not much happening now. As Lucas...
I don't think he has.
He's all red on mine. Lovely. Love it.
It maybe is, because his ERS is on 0, so... as he pits
He's coming in the pits. He's coming in the pits. So what about as the fastest first sector for Alpumont? As he's invalidated, that's how easy it is. A little trip across the curbs and he's invalidated. Bad news for DRL, second place last night for Alpumont K. And tonight he's on the back foot a little bit with just 10 minutes to go. Spanias is back out for GFO.
Lennon up on Ascari. He's on the flying lap as Lennon.
Matt, the GFO boys are going to try and get 3 runs in for sure. They're already back out going again.
Yeah, I think 3 runs is a no-brainer, to be fair.
So here comes Lennon, car 96. This will be the last we see of Lennon until I think Silverstone, actually. Done the last night's race, doing tonight, of course. Where can he put himself? Tends to struggle a bit in qualifying, but puts himself in 10th place. And the top 10 separate by just a second. Lovely and close, that's what we like to see. Rizzle Six doing a few laps out there. Alpumut is going again. So he's had enough airs and fuel to go out. Steve and Lucas leaving at last minute, so we've got...
Yeah, I was a bit shocked from Steve. I don't know where he is. Unless he's not back.
Spanias as Roscoe as a Beacon region. Spanias fastest first sector by 1/10.5. The GFO driver absolutely flying out there.
Yeah, I'm just on board with him now.
Lennon says he hates Ascari.
I think we all feel your pain on. IRC getting well out the way there.
As Spanias now coming down towards Ascari, underneath the old track and the old banking. The old bridge, of course, and now into Ascari. So easy to lose it, but if you can nail it, it's one of the best feelings you can get on a game.
Just under a 10th.
He is on it. This could push him further out in front on provisional pole position. Nothing left to do except get it right for Parabolica. Early braking, get it tending early, get the gas as early as you can. Don't run it too far wide. Here we go. Oh, he has run it out wide. That looks good. Avoids the bump on the inside. What can Spanias do here for GFO? Can he extend his lead? He can with an 18.8. Lovely time from Spanias. Jacob is out there, so is your... In fact, Alpumut has dispossessed him with an 18.6. Provisional pole for the Turkish driver. And it's DRL who now are top from GFO, from Zenith, from DRL. Yuri's out there. Jacob out there as well, starting his flying lap now. In fact, the track is getting very busy again. We've got a lot of cars out there. Lucas back out there, Scaife Bake out there. Red Donkey also on a lap as Jacob's invalidated already. Will he pit and go again, or will he save his airs? Red Donkey and the GFO coming up to Ascari now. What can he do? He is 3/10 up on his time. That would probably just put him ahead of Sprint.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Asdog. He just started a flying lap.
Hopefully Roscoe can rejoin.
Can he get an invite? Will somebody invite him? It's obviously week out, can we?
No, unfortunately that's the one downside. Unfortunately we cannot invite Roscoe back in. Just on board, I'm on board with Red Donkey. He's about to complete a time. Is he going to push himself up to GFO?
He's less than half the time down.
Red Donkey improved,
going
but
into
it
the
wasn't
Roger
enough.
chicane, so he's just coming up to the second Lesmo now. Down the back straight, so we'll see his second sector time when he gets to the end of this straight. Disappointed in himself last night was Asdog.
Yeah, classic turn 12, wasn't it? Classic turn 12 mistake from Asdog. Put him off the road. Jonathan Cox is 3/10 up, so he could have a big improvement as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Yellow flag's out for traffic. So where does Asdog put himself?
He's just watching now, coming up to Parabolica. He was matching his first and second sector time.
Sorry, Matt 2's just gone to second place for DRL. Just behind Alpumut. And that is a DRL 1-2 again. They're back at the front. Can they be beaten? Well, the car's coming in the pit. Jonathan Cox going on. Where can he put himself? He jumps a little pool up to 8th place. So DRL 1-2 yet again.
While we watch Lucas,
what about,
let's go check some comments out.
Lucas yet to do a time. Nor has Steve, but Steve is out there now. Jacob trying to go again. Gets a massive tank slapper on. Out of the second Lesmo it was, and that will cost him a heap of time. We know Jacob loves to run that car light.
There's too many comments to read on YouTube. I think we've got 132 comments
Get through
already.
them. We'll get through in a second. As Jacob invalidates again, so he is done. Yours invalidate as well. A lot of drivers now pushing to the limits and struggling to do a lap. What about Steve? Looks like he's still on an outlap.
He's just on an outlap. Yeah, I think he's only gone for the 2 runs.
And Lucas struggling out there.
I'm just on board with Lucas now.
As he's going through the Lesmos as we speak. The second Lesmo coming up, car number 24. So he must have made a mistake, as who was that jumping right up the order? Looks like, I think, who was it? I think it was
Lorenzo, was
Sprint.
it?
I think it was Sprint. No, I think it was Sprint just jumped up a few places. IRC boys yet again, all line astern pretty much.
Oh,
remember that
we had kittens last night.
IRC had a great race. Great
qualifying. The qualifying's not the best, but they're happy with the race pace,
and they're clean and consistent and gets them through the field.
As Lucas now just comes around Parabolica. His first
needs to do
flying
something
lap,
here.
Oh, sorry,
He
second.
needs to bank a lap. Lucas puts himself up to 12th. I feel there's
P12
more
behind
time to come
Lennon
from the group
and
driver.
just in front of Sprint.
Car
Steve
off the
is
road
the
at
only
Lesmo.
one.
Oh, it's an IRC car.
It's Steve.
It's Steve. Steve's struggling, wow. But don't forget, in the IRC Super League, Steve started last and won the race. He's got front wing damage.
Oh.
So Steve is as Spanias back out there, so he's on that lap. So let's keep an eye on the Greek driver. Can he snatch pole position away from the DRL boys? GFO looking far more racier round here tonight with Spanias. And of course, look at that, they've got four drivers in the top 10 of GFO. 14 points from last night. They're looking like they're going to bounce back tonight.
GFO Panapap as he's coming around Parabolica now. He's already set a 1:19.3. I didn't catch his second split as he pits anyway, so that's the end of that one.
Hopefully Ross can get an invite back, because it looks like he's struggling.
Lucas.
Matt, who have you got there? Back on Panapasia? I can't invite
Yeah,
Ross,
he pitted, mate, he pitted. We've only got Scafebake, Lennon and Spanias on a lap at the minute. I'm just on board with
get ready
Scafebake from DRL.
Ready for frantic action. Roscoe, I can't invite you, buddy, because we don't have the option to. Hopefully one of the Zenith boys can.
Doesn't have to. Steve may be able to invite him.
Steve could invite him, actually.
I think Steve's not bothered about getting a lap in, actually.
So Spanias is.
Before we get to the last 2 minutes, I'll have a quick look through some comments. Joshua Stevenson says, "Come on, Bradders."
Sorry, Spanias went on. Sorry, Matt. Spanias, it goes into second place, and look how close the times are. Less than a 10 between the front three and GFOs. Roscoe's rejoined us. You can see 2 DRL boys lying instead. That's what I'm talking about. Spanias jumped straight across turn 1 to get that
Twitch
time.
comments apparently from Lennon as a message on our YouTube.
That's old. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen him. That's there. I've seen them. They're old. We're all good. We're all good.
Jonathan Cox says they feel so slow to the multiplayer cars. Well, I don't know what model they're based on, but they're all level.
I know they are slightly different. A few drivers have said that last night, that the cars do feel a little bit different. Now, Jacob Bradbury is out there about to finish his sector 2, and he's 4 tenths up. This could put him in provisional pole. This will be it for Jacob Bradbury because he's got no more time left.
I've got on board with him. So
down to Parabolica. This could be another rabbit out the hat. If he continues at that level of improvement, he will be on the front row at least. Can he break the top 3? Can he get on the front row? Can he get provisional pole? Here comes Jacob now for Zenith. Over the line,
good
and yes!
Cracking time.
Yes,
118.487.
Wow, that is the time to beat. Jacob will be done unless he wants to burn out his race tyres. Sorry, I got was a bit carried away there. My bad. So Alpimut is out there now, and look at this, the DRL boys, Matt. Alpimut is getting a toe.
No, it's Matt Two getting a toe, I think.
No, it was
Alpimut, yes it was.
Yep. Wow, so yeah, a little bit of Ferrari tactics there then from the DRL boys. Can he respond to that fantastic time from Jacob? Roscoe's going to get out there and do a lap. Watch out on the left-hand side. The times are going to come thick and fast. Spanias has
Roscoe
not gone out. Fastest first sector. Yes, Roscoe is back in. Fastest first sector from Alpimut. He's going to reply here. Jonathan Cox out there as well. We've got Yor out there. Matt too. We've got pretty much everybody out there now. Lennon's not going again. He's happy with where he is. Someone losing it in Ascari. But here we go on board at Alpimut. Coming down to the second sector, down to the Ascari. Is he up on his time? The answer is yes by 2 tenths. This would put him in pole position as it stands.
It would be very close, I think.
Oh, a little bit of a wiggle.
Lovely car in front of him, GFL boys. I think it was Jacob.
It was Jacob, but a toe picked up again from Alpimut. Just Parabolica to go. This could be DRL's second pole and Alpimut's second pole. Round Parabolica. Oh, well, narrow. Quite a narrow exit. Gave to curb a wide berth and goes into pole with an 18.401. Wow, what a duel at the front. What about everybody else? What about Matt 2? Matt 2 does not really improve. Spanias is invalidated.
We've got Steve just on his Parabolica and his only, I think it will be his only time. Let's see where he ends up. Is he going to get a tow from the car in front of him? I think he is. Where'd he go? Only P16.
16th for Steve. Jonathan Cox just starting his flyer now. Wow, he got that just in time.
A lot of traffic in front of him.
Yeah, this is going to be frantic. Keep an eye on the left-hand side at the timings. See, he gets one out the way. Jonathan Cox and his flyer now. Lorenzo's done. Panabas is, I think, on an in-lap as qualifying is done. No checker flags doesn't make it helpful.
No, we've got no checker flags as yet, but I think we will do soon.
Roscoe down there in 18th place for Zenith, and we've got the 2 DRL boys at the back. No, we've got checker flags. That helps matters a little bit, so we know who's doing what. The IRC boys about to...
IRC boys, Lana Stern again.
Right.
12th, 14th, 15th and 16th.
Oh, there's an IRC car facing the wrong way. Who is that? It's Jacob. Jacob's binned it.
Jacob
and he was,
Zenith,
and that's...
Dave.
Oh, what did I say?
IRC.
That's what I said IRC.
Yeah, again.
My bad.
Not complaining, not complaining.
Jacob recovering, but yeah, that's going to really burn his tyres up. That is not what he needs. As Yor goes into 3rd place. Great time for the DRL driver. What about who else we got coming down? Matt 2's in the pits. Jonathan Cox about to cross the line now. Where's Jonathan Cox going to go? Improves, but stays 8th. Who is next to cross the line?
I think it's Timmy.
No improvement.
I think it's Timmy.
It's the IRC boys, isn't it? Yes, so we've got Timmy.
Doesn't look an improvement, but...
Not much improvements.
No.
Timmy doesn't improve. Steve in 15th
Lennon
is done, so it's just
one.
Lennon left.
Lennon is the last one to across the line and goes.
Can Lennon improve at all? Down the line,
P8
goes to
goes to
8th
P8,
place.
improves by 3
and the
tenths of a
second
second.
highest Zenith driver. So it's
We are
DRL from
done.
Zenith on the front row. Great qualifying that. And Jacob and Alpumut. Wow, what a tussle at the front we have got. This is going to be one to watch.
Fireworks,
This is going to be exciting.
She says fireworks to me.
The long drag to turn 1. This is going to be worth watching.
Can we see
This is,
the Yaw get the start that Navy Dave got last night? Navy Dave. Dutch Dave. TTG Navy, whatever he's called by now.
Clean. Let's hope we get a good, clean start.
Yeah, the start was clean last night. It was impressive. Hard, fair, but I don't mean lap 1. I mean the actual start itself.
Jesus, tons of comments.
Oh man, I've given up. The YouTube one's got something like 148 now.
Look at that. So DRL saying good luck, guys. Cyprus may destroy Turkey. Now. Scaife bait for pole, win and fastest lap. Well, hasn't quite gone to plan so far, but it is DRL on pole from Zenith, from DRL, from GFO, from DRL, GFO, Lennon, Zenith, Lorenzo, GFO, and Zenith. 10 for Jonathan Cox with DRL, and the IRC boys yet again. Beautiful. Lucas
All
would have been.
Yeah,
Lucas
up there a
surprised
bit.
about.
Yeah, I had Lucas around P6, P7 time.
Didn't expect more from Lucas. That's a bit of a surprise. Sean McLeod says better than Martin Tyler. You have a great commentary voice. Who, me or Matt?
Me.
I need to go up.
Me.
The
Yorkshireman.
It's not mine.
I was going to say,
my voice
which
is way too
Yorkshireman?
high pitched. T. Sammy saying good luck everybody. Sean McLeod says Viva La Paul. No good luck to everyone, only Panapa. The Greek drivers sticking to their own. Blue Boy says Rizzle does not belong here, going to get lapped 3 times. Oh, come on.
At least he's here, mate. At least he's here.
Exactly. Joshua Stevens says, come on, Bradders. That's Jacob Bradbury. Panapap. Great name. I love that name. He's got a lot of support on the YouTube comments.
It reminds me of an old rugby player called Sam Panapa.
Sean McLeod says, Little Paul, what a god. Okay. Lucas says, good evening, comms. Lucas is in.
Evening, Lucas.
Yeah.
You want to run us through the grid?
Bradders. Johnny Cott says, New Life says, hi Matt and Dave. So keep comments coming in, guys.
We'll try and get through.
We'll try and get through them. Last night was so tough to get through. But we have
Lewis Harding on the YouTube as a Little Paul for a top 10 finish. Be there or thereabouts. Starting P11.
Paul, good debut for him so far. Of course, as we saw last night, qualifying means pretty much nothing. 2 cars already back on the grid. So Alpumut, DRL, second pole in a row. Can he get a better start this time? Jacob Bradbury on his first start for Zenith there in second place. And we saw him looking good last night before an error cost him for DRL there in third place. GFO of Spanias in fourth place. Matt 2, last night's winner, in 5th place. Panapap in 6th for GFO. A big Virgil also in the blue and white car, Greek colours, in 7th place. Lennon in the Zenith is 8th. He had a storming race last night. If he can keep it out of trouble, he could get in the mix as well. GFO Lorenzo in 9th place for the blue and white cars again. And then black and gold in the Zenith for Jonathan Cox, followed by Little Paul in the DRL. Then the IRC boys, it's Sprint in 12th. Asdog 13th back on the grid. Lucas Zenith 14th. Timmy 15th for IRC. Steve 16th. He is starting right next to Roscoe. Of course, those two are very good friends. That's going to be fun to watch those two coming through. Roscoe Zenith, GFO Red Donkey, and then Rizzle Sticks for IRC with Scaife Bake at the back as we've got cars off in the formation lap.
I thought we'd have seen a few more medium tyres runners, to be fair, but we've only got the 3 in Little Paul, Red Donkey, and sounds like a Christmas carol, doesn't it? Little Paul, Red Donkey, and
Scaife Bake. Yeah. Tyre wear, not really an issue around here. Not really an issue at all. It should be a straightforward one-stopper, soft to mediums or mediums to soft.
Safety
and
car
looking
could
forward
play
to
a
this
factor.
race, Matt.
Oh, mate, without a doubt. Just give me intervals. I don't want the tyre.
So here we go. Alpumut yet again on pole. He got completely jumped last time and dropped out of 3rd place. Can he get a better start and keep Jacob Bradbury behind him? Here we go, round 2 of the IRC Invitational Cup. Round here at Monza is we'll have a pause and then we will go. I promise.
We're going. Go on. We are
thinking about it and go. Here
Jacob's
we go.
got a cracking
it's a
start.
Good start from Jacob. But I tell you what, one of the GFO boys, I think Spaniard has made a great start. Jacob trying to challenge down to turn 1. One of the
GFO boys
got GFO car
runs
off as well.
Off the rod, yep.
Oh, and Matt 2 made a mistake over the bumps he goes. Everyone got through. It looks pretty clean. Not much contact at all. In fact, they've done really well. But Alpumut has got the perfect start.
Jonathan Cox has got himself compromised. He was close up behind the back of somebody. He was close up behind somebody that's led the car behind.
Matt 2 made a good start as well there in 6th place.
I see the usual good start has gone up 4 places into P4 as Lennon.
Yeah, what a start by Lennon. Wow, P4! What an incredible start. We said last night he's one of the best starters on the game, and he's done it again. Alpumut from Jacob, from Spaniard, from Lennon, from Papanap.
I'll tell you what, Steve up to P11, 5 places.
Another lightning start.
Oh, he's backwards. Oh, contact with
no,
a Zenith driver. I believe
that
was Roscoe.
It's Roscoe. And Timmy's wrong way as well. Oh no, and Steve and Timmy are both off at Ascari, and Roscoe and Steve, 2 very good friends, I believe, have come together.
No, the contact was before Roscoe. Roscoe come round Ascari into Steve. I think the contact with Steve was with Lucas.
Oh, it's all got messy in the middle. Well, Lucas is 11th.
Yeah, Steve was 11th.
And that's it, that's Matt 2, jumping turn 1. He got too close to the back of the Greek driver of Panapas. And he's dropping down the order. He's got front wing damage, and last night's winner is compromised already. It's already all changed. Bad news for Matt 2. In the meantime, it's Alpumut from
Jacob Bradbury from Spanias. So we've got DRL, DRL, Zenith and GFO. I'll find out what happened with Steve. Just on board with Sprint now, has made 4 places up into P8. So we've got Jonathan Cox also up 4 places into P6. Great start from Jonathan. And Lennon from Zenith, cracking start. He was, like I say, we've mentioned his starts a few times. He's up 4 places also into P4. The highest loser is of course Matt 2. Cut turn 1, and he's down 12 places in 17th. As it looks like Dave is having issues again. He's gone. So unfortunately, it's just me. Yep, sorry Dave, it's you mate, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's just you. 1 second while I message him. As we have Matt 2, he says his turn 1 incident has led to him coming into the pits on lap 3. This will surely put him to the back of the grid as Roscoe and Timmy will, I would have thought, overtake him. Steve obviously never pitted. Oh, has he pitted? Let's have a look. No. As Rizzle Sticks has gone. Not quite sure where he's gone. I think it might have been the first Les. Oh no. He's gone in the Rogers chicane at the end of the Rogers chicane. A bit of a reprieve for Steve with the safety car, virtual safety car at least. And we're going to get any pitters at the front. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where Dave's gone. Oh, he's getting network error, so unfortunately you're left with me. As I say, 1 retirement on lap 4 of Rizzle Sticks of IRC, so he'll be, like I say, held his hands up to race, so we've got a battle for the lead from Jacob. Oh, looks, yeah, nice clean contact. Virtual safety car is still out. It's a long virtual safety car this. Yep, safety car's coming. So I've got we've got Alpha Mutke 1.3 seconds in the lead. Ooh, Jacob forced off there by the looks of Spanias of GFO. So we've got Alpha Mutke in first. Spanias in P2, 1.1 seconds behind, and 0.4 seconds behind Spanias is Jacob Bradbury from Zenith. Lennon from Zenith up to Crackage Dark, 2 seconds behind Jacob in P4, and GFO Panapap 0.4 seconds behind Lennon. Your of DRL, sorry I had to check what car he was in then, is half a second away in P6, and we've got a bit of a gap to Sprint of IRC in P7. Cracking race from Sprint here. Closely followed by Vic Virgil. We saw these two close together yesterday. It's just over a tenth behind Sprint. We've got Lucas 2 seconds further adrift, and Asdog another 2.5 seconds adrift for IRC in P10. That rounds out the top 10. Ooh, Jacob again. Sorry, I missed that. Gets gets Spanias into turn 1. Let's see if Dave can get back in. I can't invite him either. Bollocks. So yeah, only one retirement on lap 5. Alpha Mutke's checked out in the front. He's 2.3 now. 2.3 seconds in front. You might get back online, Dave, but I can't invite you, mate. Just bear with us, chaps. I'll flick through while I try and invite Dave back. As Dave joins the party back. Is he back on the game yet? Nothing much has happened. We've got... what we got? We've got nearly a minute separates the top 19 with Matt 2, MSC, Timmy of IRC, Roscoe of Zenith, Lorenzo of GFO, and Jonathan Cox P15, the first of the pitters. As I believe Dave is back.
I am. Classic. Good old internet.
You've not missed much, mate. We've seen a bit of contact between GFO Spanias and Jacob Bradbury.
Completely crashed. I'm going to see if I can get back in. I've got a feeling I can't get back in.
I hope you can, mate, because I'm not doing it on my own.
No.
Asdog 5-second penalty speeding into the pit lane. I can't invite you, mate, either. Have you not got a spare one?
I can do it by pie.
Can you?
I can do it by pie,
yeah.
Mate.
We've got GFO Panapa. We've got Yor on GFO Panapa coming into the Rogers chicane. Yeah, makes it stick on the inside. Panapa's fighting back. Nope. Yor gets through. And Lennon has dropped 2 places in the last 2 laps. He's down into P6 now.
Yeah, he was in the wall, Matt. He was. Just as I was leaving, as I got disconnected, Lennon was off at the Lesmos.
Oh dear.
Well, that's what's happened there.
Sean
Unfortunately.
McLeod says keep up this great racing.
My PSN's still down. It's not letting me go online on F1.
Oh dear.
What is that about? Well, I'm watching on.
You'll be behind though, won't you? That's the only thing.
I know. Oh, this is what is going on here then? Yeah, my network's down for F1.
Close the application, Dave, and restart it.
Yeah, I've done that. Classic.
Nothing.
Classic.
Has it done it?
I think it's doing it now.
Good.
Carry on.
No, I just say we've not got many position changes up the front. We've got Alpha Mutke's took a 2.5 second lead over GFO Spanias. Further a second and a half adrift is Jacob, and we've got Yor in 4th, J4 Panapap in 5, Lennon, after his misdemeanor with the wall, has dropped to P6, Big Virgil has come up places to P7, and Lucas, half a second behind Big Virgil, rounds out the top 8.
What happened to Jonathan Cox there, Matt?
I've not seen it, I've just seen his name in the pit. I've just seen his name come up as a pit stop. Somebody who's stopped in the pit, so I must have missed that one.
We're in.
Good.
We're just rejoining back now.
Doing it on your own's not easy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm here.
Good, you can speak while I get a drink.
What we got in the comments, we got Sean McLeod saying, keep it great racing, we'll have to rename you Big Paul when you finish in the top 10.
Yeah, it's a good show from Little Paul. I've not seen much.
So I'm on lap 7, is that correct?
That is correct, Dave.
That is it, great. We are back then. With Spanias has jumped Jacob then, so did Jacob make a mistake? A little Paul's retired, so no big Paul.
No little Paul.
Safety car, and Jacob's nailed it. Jacob's nailed it in the pits, just as the safety car came out. So's yours, so's Panapap, so's Lennon. Wow, talk about timing. Pow, Panapap has picked up a penalty. Panapap has picked up a penalty. Say that 5 times really quickly.
Panapap picked up a penalty. Peter Piker picked up a pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of them, isn't it? I'll tell you what, that's worked out beautifully for Jacob, that.
That has not... Well, are they on Delta, though? I think they could be on Delta, so Alpumut and Spanias may get away with this. But that's worked beautifully for Jacob.
Lennon as well. I think everybody's pitting out there now.
Yeah, is there any queuing? I don't think there is. Jonathan Cox coming in again, so Jonathan Cox on his second stop. No front wing change.
No brainer to come in again if you want.
Oh no, mediums again, fresh mediums.
Yeah, no brainer to come in again if you.
Yeah. Get the advantage. That could work out for Jonathan Cox. Yeo just jumps in front. Oh no, that's got to be 5 seconds taken off. I hope.
I just hope he doesn't. Yeah, I just hope he doesn't have to save it.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to if he's got the mediums. No, he shouldn't have to.
Sprint has his 5 seconds removed last night.
Yes, he did.
It's a Codemaster glitch, if people aren't aware. It's classic. Codemasters giving 5 seconds.
We overturn unsaved
for
penalties.
The curbs under the safety
not
cars.
3 seconds penalties, because there's no way telling the difference between
them.
But 5
seconds, and they usually are rightfully earned. Same for everybody. But 5 seconds for jumping over a curb is ridiculous. As the leaders,
especially behind the safety car, because you can't overtake the car in front anywhere. So if you cut the full chicane, it shouldn't give you a penalty. You've got to give the position back.
Matt, I think leaders are going to be okay. Oh, they weren't ready for Alpumut. On my screen, it's delayed, and he's lost the lead. Spanias leads.
No, we've got Alpumut here.
Nah, yeah,
that's worked out quite well for the top 3, 4, 5 even.
It certainly has, and yet again, like last night, we're going to get a complete restart. The leaders now catching the safety car. So Jacob, 3rd. So we've got DRL from GFO from Zenith, and DRL from Zenith. GFO having a much better night than what they had last night. Lucas there in 7th place.
It couldn't have been much worse, Dave, could it?
Did Lucas stop? Yeah, Lucas is
everybody's
really
stopped now.
Coming up well.
Well,
so
Jonathan Cox Jonathan Cox is the only one that stopped twice. Sorry, with Matt 2 and Roscoe. What tyres has Steve gone on? Let's have a look.
Matt 2, last night's winner down there in 17th. Watch out for his pace, because he could come through. Red Donkey back in the pits.
Mediums to the end, Dave, do you think? 18 laps?
Yeah, I think comfortably. The tyre wear is not a problem around here at all. This is about when they would have been stopping anyway for the soft runners. However, one more safety car. We may see a load of cars coming in for softs, and Red Donkey's gone on to softs.
Yeah, we're just on board with Steve, then he's gone on to the hards. The IRC boys are fancying the hards to the end.
Tell you what, the hards, I don't think could be the right call.
No,
time will tell, but they're going to take a while to warm up. They may be a little slow initially, but tyre wear is very low around here. Asdog is in the mediums.
Has Asdog pitted, has he? Yeah.
Asdog has pitted 3 laps ago. Timmy's on 7-lap-old mediums. He may have to stop again.
He'll be praying for another safety car.
Lorenzo may have to as well. For GFO.
Scaife Bake. We've not mentioned much of him tonight for DRO.
Scaife Bake having a better night than what he had last night. Retired
he's
last
lasted
night,
longer.
there in 15th. 2 retirements so far, IRC and DRL.
As Sean McLeod asks Little Paul what happened.
Did you see the Little Paul accident, Matt?
No, I didn't.
I did not see
I'm not as good as Sean. I've missed everything.
It's tough. I literally go by the Delta. Asdog pits, so he is going to put on some fresh mediums. That's probably wise. That's the right call. I'm very surprised that Timmy hasn't done the same.
Oh, as Asdog's held in the pit, yeah, because he had a 5-second penalty.
So he served that. That's out the way.
Fortunately saved.
So Roscoe, he may go ahead of Roscoe and Red Donkey. I'm surprised Timmy hasn't pitted.
He should do, I think.
Timmy's going to struggle at the restart.
Yep, Asdog gets in front of Roscoe and Red Donkey, so we have got only one IRC runner in the top 10.
But that was the same last night, and it all changed so quickly. We know how quickly it can change.
One incident.
Especially when
That's it.
it's all it
It's in your
takes,
game changer.
especially another safety car. Watch out for Sprint later on in the race with those hard tyres, and Stee and Scaife.
Little Paul lost the rear at Ascari.
It's so easily done.
Everybody's done it at some point.
Alpimont, sorry.
Alpamont, yeah.
Spanias having a fantastic race here. GFO. With GFO, 14 points last night. So the standings are DRL 44, IRC 26, Zenith 24, GFO 14. Safety car in this lap.
That is going to change tonight, I think. The order will change tonight.
No doubt about it. We've got what? 1, 2.
Believe it or not, Dave,
just two DRL cars in the top 10, Matt.
Believe it or not, we've still got 17 laps left.
4 GFO, 2 DRL, 3 Zenith, and 1 IRC.
That's 11.
The standings have very much changed. Right, Alpimut will lead them on the restart.
Looks close.
Why do we always get problems in Italy? Looks okay so far. Looks okay. Hold. Alpimut will round Parabolica and put his foot down. Oh, and nearly contact between Spanias, and still he's not going yet. Alpimut really backing him up. Jacob may take advantage here.
No contact throughout the field, then I was flicking backwards, nothing. Let's get back to the
Steve
front.
passed Timmy, I think, well, what's happening at the back?
Jonathan Cox has got past both of them.
Jonathan Cox, though, repassed by Timmy.
As Timmy has been, he's repassing him yet.
Oh, and
Jonathan hits the back of Timmy. I think he's got damage as Jonathan Cox left end plate. Ran up the back of Timmy.
Struggling as well. And Asdog passes Stee, and Matt 2 picked up a penalty for, I assume, not letting cars back through. I think some of the guys at the back jumped it before the line. Sprint repasses Panapa. Oh, and it maybe moved back down, and Panapa gets back through. And now Timmy trying to get past Sprint as well. I think Sprint let him go there as Matt 2 passes Scaife Bake.
Oh, Timmy
losing it there as well. He's on 9 lap old tyres, of course.
He's got to get them all the line because he's out. He's definitely having to pit against Sprint Wart.
First 4.
We've got Jonathan Cox on the outside up to the Ascari chicane on Sprint.
That's going to be a risky one. Oh, and a DRL guy. I think that's Matt 2 trying to get past Asdog as well. It's looking very close at the back. Every point counts. Jonathan Cox looking extremely close at Sprint on the hard tyres. And that's a GFL. That's Lorenzo trying to pass Matt 2.
Oh, as Matt 2 dives on the inside of Asdog. Doesn't make it stick.
Jonathan Cox has to buy his time here. Meanwhile, at the front, Alpimut leads from Spanias, from Jacob, from Lennon, from Yor, from Big Virgil having a much better race. So is Lucas, Panapap, then Timmy on the 10-lap old millions. Will he have to stop again? Then Sprint, Jonathan Cox. Oh, a bit of 2
how does Jonathan Cox comment on the YouTube page when he's racing?
Good point. Good point.
As Jacob Bradley picks up a 3-second penalty.
Lorenzo and Matt 2.
That's not going to end well.
Jacob penalty. Oh,
yeah,
and penalties really cost Zenith last night, and hopefully not the same again tonight. That could be crucial. It cost TTG Navy last night. Jacob is just 8
tenths. Yeah, we've got Matt 2 now all over the back of Steo. Ooh, gets a much better drive.
Yep, fresher medium tyres, of course, on the softer rubber, Steo on the harder rubber, and Sprint and Jonathan Cox are side by side as well. Jonathan Cox passes Sprint down the inside. Panapa picks up a penalty.
Steo holds the inside of from Matt 2, yep. Sorry, Dave, go on.
Jonathan Cox has got past Sprint down the inside of Ascari. Nice move from Jonathan Cox. Now onto the back of Timmy. I've got a feeling Sprint on the hard tyres. He may let Steve go, and look at the fast laps coming in from Alpimut and Spanias. Spanias is right behind the back of the Turkish driver. Greece versus Turkey at the front.
Yours going to make a move on Lennon, is he? I'll tell you what, Dave, Lennon. Cracking racing P4.
And of course he knows you're all too well. Lucas involved in there. Big Virgil and Lucas also there, and Steve passes Sprint. And is that Matt 2 trying to get around the outside? Oh, it's been shown the door though by Sprint. Oh, it's got messy. It's got messy.
I just caught the back end of that. I didn't see what happened, but
yeah, Asdog and Matt 2 coming together, and Sprint on the hard tyres struggling for grip. That just 3 into 1 did not work. Sprint now passing Asdog. IRC drivers exchanging positions very quickly. Roscoe involved in this lot as well, now up to 14th place. Can he pick himself up some points? Roscoe trying to go down the inside of Asdog. Now around the outside, got a little tap there from Lorenzo. Great battling here. It's all outside the points, but it could line him up for some points moves.
Yeah, I'm on board with Roscoe now as he's lining up Asdog in DRS. Unfortunate thing is Asdog has DRS as well, yeah.
At the front, Spanias is right behind the back of Alpumont and may have a go
Tell you
here.
what, Roscoe's under pressure from Lorenzo then. Bit of argy-bargy.
Mach 2 passes Lorenzo.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo and Roscoe got a bit of a love tap.
Alpumont may struggle here. Oh, car off. It's Big Virgil. Big Virgil runs wide. He got front wing damage. Did he hit the inside of Parabolica and pits?
He's pitting.
Oh, disaster for GFO. Spanias trying to move on. Alpumont can't make it stick. The front three are pulling away. Jacob's got a 3-second penalty. However, is 3 seconds ahead of Lennon. Lennon holding off from Yor. Lucas up to 6th place. How many positions is that he's made up?
Sean McLeod has asked for a shout out for a little Paul on his debut. Great effort.
He did well.
It was a credible effort. Credible effort. Yeah, he was in the points.
Jacob turning up the gas, fastest first sector of anybody so far. Oh, and Yor nearly hit the back of Lennon. These two both know each other from Zenith, of course. And I can't help but feel he wants to get this move done. He can see the rest of them getting away because it's a 4-second gap now. You're just trying to get past. Lucas is catching the back of him as well.
Lucas Yor looks in a rush. I would expect him to get through on the start-finish straight, if not here.
Yor's done it!
He has done it.
Yor's done it with the DRS. Lennon didn't fight it too hard. Lennon knows he'll have the DRS back down the start finish straight, but they've lost a ton of time. And look at this! Spanias trying to move on Alpumont down inside the Parabolica. When he wait for DRS, that's what he should do, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to wait for the DRS. And Jacob right behind as well. Wow, we could have 3 abreast down start finish straight. Jacob looks closer to the back of Spanias, and Spanias does to Alpumont. This is going to be close.
Fastest lap from Jacob Bradley, 122.152.
That could be a crucial point for the English driver. Alpumont goes defensive now. Here comes Spanias down the outside. Can he do it round the outside? Surely not.
He has.
It's going to be close. Closes the door. Can Alpumont get the cut back? He'll have the inside. In the meantime, Lucas just holding off, but Alpumont retakes the lead down the inside. This is fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing as they come up to the second variante. Jacob keeping a watching brief, but look at this. Roscoe penalty down to Lesmos they come. Alpumont just holding on from Spanias from Jacob to 5 seconds ahead of Lennon, who's repassed Yor. Lucas is right behind them with Panapas.
Yeah, I'm just on board Jonathan Cox. He's less than half a second behind Timmy of IRC.
Timmy's tyres, I imagine, is going up. Are we going to get a rerun of Spanias? DRS open. Jacob, that penalty could really, really cost him. DRL from GFO from Zenith, Matt. This is exactly what we wanted.
It is.
3 different leagues. Oh, and Jacob running wide on the exit there. Oh, and Alpumont be doing well to hold on. The thing is, you don't want to pass before the DRS. Oh, look, they're holding each other up. They're 3 abreast. Jacob down the inside. Oh, Jacob lead.
No.
Oh, my word.
He will do at the end of the straight. He will do.
Who's got DRS? They're all holding each other up. Oh, someone's off at Ascari. They're holding each other up for DRS. This is unbelievable. Tactical racing. Alpumont lost out. They're 3 abreast again down at turn 1.
Spanias on the outside. Alpumont on the inside. Jacob on the inside.
I'm on my feet.
No contact, boys. No contact, boys.
Jacob leads from 3rd to 1st because a little tap from Spanias. Alpumont jumps down to 3rd place. What fantastic racing. Eurus past Lennon. But this is as good as it gets.
Oh,
Jacob
breathe.
trying to hold on.
Asdog's
out
retired.
again.
Where's he
Hopefully
gone?
no safety car. Has he retired in the pits? I think he's retired in the pits. Take a breather. Jacob needs 3 seconds though. That's his only downside. Jacob needs 3 seconds. That, Matt, was absolutely fantastic racing.
It was, mate. I just got on board of it as you started screaming.
Sorry, I got...
No, mate, go for it.
Absolutely fantastic, and Jacob holding off from the DRS now. Oh, don't tell me Zenith are going to be denied again by a penalty of a top result. I think Asdog retired in the pits as Lennon picks a penalty. Another penalty, and that could be crucial because
stop saying Zenith and penalties.
I know, it's just jinxing. As Jacob and Spanias again. My word, they're so close. Jacob won't have the DRS, so this could be a problem. So Jacob now may drop 2 positions. Spanias will have a look. Jacob going to the inside. He'll make them both go around the outside. Spanias comes out of the toe, and there goes Alpimut. They're going to be free abreast yet again. Let's hope it all ends nicely.
Oh,
Jacob. Oh, a little bit of contact.
No.
It's all good. It's all good. But this time, Spanias lead. Oh no! And then you have come together.
Timmy picks up a penalty spin in the pit lane. He's been practicing it all day as well.
Oh, it's gutting. There's nothing worse. As Jacob down the inside, trying to get back past Spanias. That's a tongue twister as well. Fantastic racing. Just that penalty could really be a downfall for Jacob. You're starting to pull away from Lennon now. Nearly a second. Oh, Jacob's off the road, and he's lost a place to Alpimut. Wow, he just saved it. He may get
Was that in the
Alpimut back,
Lesmos? Was that in the second Lesmos? I just got on board then.
Jacob may try and get him back in.
Tell you what, Spanias has checked out at the front. He's got 1.2 seconds on this lap alone.
Yeah, he's advantage there because Jacob and Alpimut nearly came together in the Lesmos. It's allowed them to get away, and that could be crucial, breaking the toe. Lennon and Lucas right behind the back of yours. Zenith have 3 cars in the top 6. DRL have 2 in the top 4. And GFO did have 3 in the top 10 at one point. Lorenzo picks up a penalty. Oh, and he's down there in 12th in a great battle with the IRC boys. Here we go again. Well,
Is Jacob going to swing it on the inside, is he? Into turn 1.
He's going to have a go.
He's going.
Got out of it. Thankfully, got out of it just in time. But yeah, look at this.
He's looked calm tonight, Dave. I know we like to see Jacob throwing that car around, but he's looked calm, composed. I've not seen his car too much off track.
He's definitely come back a different driver since the lockdown. Not as many penalties. A penalty again could cost him tonight, but it's only 1, which is rare for him. And Lorenzo and Sprint. Oh, I say that, Jake. I'm not going to talk about my drivers because they keep going off every time I do. Jacob picked up the gravel down the field. I saw Sprint and Lorenzo swapping positions.
Yeah, we've got last night's race winner Matt 2 in P10 as well.
No, I've really jinxed it.
You didn't know, aren't you? Keep saying it.
And that is bad news for Jacob, that would put him behind Yor and Lennon and Lucas. That could possibly take Jacob off the podium. Sprint I feel, struggling on those hard tyres. Steve back up there in 9th place.
Yeah, on the hard. 10 lap all the hards. He's obviously.
Good battle here between Lorenzo, Sprint.
I'm not going to say the SC word, but if one of them came out now, I think that'd play great into Steve's hands because he definitely wouldn't pit.
Well, they're saying that I think a lot of drivers would pit for softs. In fact, Steve would even do the same, I'd imagine. I think everybody would be in for soft tyres.
As we've got my last night's race winner Matt 2 going on the inside of Steve into Parabolica. Can he make it stick? No, I think he's waiting for the DRS.
Of course, Matt 2 does have a few penalties as well, but he's clawing his way back for DRL. And Lorenzo, Sprint and Roscoe are all nose to tail as well. I don't think Steve's going to be able to defend this one much.
No, I think it's...
DRS powers Matt 2 through. Oh, and we've got
Red Donkey picks up a 3-point penalty.
And Lorenzo in the pits, and Donkey picks up a penalty. As Roscoe tries a little move on Sprint now, they're both up into 11th place. GFO had 4 drivers in the top 10, just a few laps to go. Oh, and I think Roscoe's tapped
Sprint. He has.
And he's letting
back past.
That's great stuff. Roscoe lets Sprint back through. Saw the taps. I can't believe it's just gone wrong for GFO. They had 4 drivers in the top 10 looking fantastic, and now, although they are
1 and 7. You know, if you're going to finish 1 place, you're finishing the. No, what are they? 1.
Well, they are 1 and 7. It could be better than that with Jacob's penalties. Jacob just settling in now behind Alpimut.
He's done it again. Stop saying it.
In fact, Lucas may let Lucas go here. Lucas hasn't got any penalties yet.
That could be a good debut, a good invitational event debut for Lucas.
Certainly has. He's possibly.
We've not talked much about him as well, to be honest.
Roscoe passes Sprint. So Roscoe's got 5.5 seconds back from his good friend Steve in the IRC car. 7 laps to go, and that's Lucas passing Lennon. I've got a feeling Lennon...
Given? Was it a given?
Didn't fight it. Jonathan Cox in the pits.
Wow.
Now, what's that about? With soft tyres, is it a front wing change for Jonathan Cox? It is a front wing. He's had a knock... Was he struggling with that damage? But that's going to put Jonathan Cox at a point. It puts Roscoe in the points. Going to have some pace at the end. That may take the fastest lap off Jacob as well, which will actually take a point off Zenith because Jonathan Cox is not in the points. Well, that's bad news for Jonathan Cox. That's a shame. That's down to 16th in his home Grand Prix. So Alphabet now 2 seconds back. Spanias has checked out Matt at the front.
He has. I've not seen his name pop up in penalties either.
Oh, Jacob's on the verge of the penalty. He keeps doing that.
Yeah.
Lucas and Lennon are going together. Lennon needs to get a gap to Panapap because Lennon's got some penalties. I wonder if Lennon will just try and use the DRS and tow. They can work together.
Are the boys in the chat group together tonight?
I don't know. That's the answer. I think some of the quick drivers are.
Yeah. Well, the IRC boys are in one. We're not talking about the IRC tonight.
Repassing Lucas, using the DRS to their advantages and the tow, so they need to get away from Panapap. Gap currently 1.8 seconds. Jacob's still just half a second back from Alpumont. I can't help but feel that the Turkish driver has that one covered for DRL, but it's GFO from DRL, from Zenith, from DRL, from Zenith, GFO, DRL. Though Matt 2 has quite a few penalties.
Yeah, that could see him drop out the points, to be honest.
Sprint may benefit again from penalties as Lorenzo does the fastest lap, so that's the fastest lap. Bonus point could be out the window. As Jacob's got Alpumont.
Yeah, I just saw. Sorry, the last Lesmo Alpumont. Oh, Jacob.
Oh my God! Thankfully, does not rejoin into the side as we saw Vettel and Lance Stroll do, of course, in the Italian Grand Prix. But
that had all the makings of that. Did that?
But Matt, this is costing Jacob because he's got a 6-second penalty. I've not seen yours name pop up, and that
I've not seen Lucas's name.
Position.
I know I've seen Lennon's name pop up with penalties. Lucas,
yeah, he's got 6.
Panapap,
I think Jacob,
Matt 2.
6. Lennon is.
If Steve can get him over, he could pick up a few places on these penalties.
It's going to be interesting. Penalties again may affect this as
he'd already binned it.
Out. Spanias from Alphamont as Timmy picks up a penalty. It's been another good race. It's not done yet.
It's not disappointing, mate. It's not.
Plenty of action, plenty of incidents. Panapas keeping a good watching brief on the two Zenith boys fighting in 5th and 6th, and in fact their fighting has brought Panapap into it with Lennon's penalties. That could cost him like last night. Lennon's had a great race, shown great pace again. Much different. I tell you what, he said yesterday he's going to come back a new man. Finished last night after charging through the field, and again he's on for a top 6.
I think if he can keep it up, well, we all know the pace he's got and the starts he get. He never seems to start in the top 6, 7, does he? He's always in them positions. Come the end of lap 1 when he's made up 12 places in 3 corners.
Oh, it's Big Virgil nearly making a mistake, just passing Scaife. Bake, in fact, that's a good little battle there. Lorenzo involved in Timmy not too far away. In fact, that could get a little bit spicy, actually. We know Matt 2's got a ton of penalties. He's got at least 7, had 5 seconds for yellow flag infringement. He's picked up a couple of 3-second penalties as well. And last night's winner in 8th will be doing well to hold on to that. However, wow!
Alpamut, whoa!
5 seconds! 5 seconds. He cut turn 1, Matt. I think that's what.
Completely. He has completely cut turn 1.
And in fact, he may. Jacob trying to get through, but that has surely, Matt, handed the win to Spanias.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's helped Lucas as well. He could get a podium out of that.
Lucas is right behind Lennon. They are 4.7 behind you. They're all lapping about the same. Papanap is still there as well, the Greek driver for GFO. This is far from done. I'll tell you what, Jacob just now needs to pass Alpumut and just pick up a 1-second lead or 2-second lead. Easy said and done round here with the DRS, and he could jump him. And tell you what, it's cool play.
Jacob,
why do I keep talking about penalties? Because we keep picking them up. I tell you what, benefit you're good enough in second place.
It'll benefit you massively.
You could be a net second place. Lucas and Lennon
Lucas will be a net 3rd, I think.
Lucas, I can't have a feel he may need to pass. Lennon and Lucas' pace seems to be pretty even Stevens. That gap to you is also about stabilising, but now we may see a move for here on Lucas down the inside of Alpumut and get through. Comfortably, I tell you what, Alpumut braking very early for turn 1, not making the same mistake this time, but that may give Jacob an advantage to get out there the DRS. Jacob has to do 3 qualifying laps there. He has to go like the ultimate struggling, Matt. He's already backed off by nearly a second.
I was just looking at his tyres. I mean, the top, what you got, the top 10 have all done 15 laps on their tyres anyway. So I don't think it's necessarily tyre wear.
His pace is just Jacob needs to break his DRS. He won't do it at the moment. He needs 3 qualifying laps to have any chance of a podium right now.
Yeah, the DRS is like say, help him keep that. Ooh.
We'll bring him back in. Oh, and Lucas tapping the back of Lennon. The two Zenith boys so nearly running into the back of each other. Timmy has passed Scaife Bake for 14th for the IRC. Or in fact, they've re-swapping positions there. Lucas has not got the straight line speed, even with DRS. He cannot get through. They are now 2 seconds ahead of Panapas, which is crucial for Lennon. Jacob has got a second lead over Alpma, and that could be crucial down the start-finish straight because he is ahead, and that yellow flags. That's Ascari. That's Ascari.
Evangelos Vasilou says, "Let's go, Panapa, keep pushing." Yes,
Panapa doing a fantastic job, and yeah, Jacob did break the DRS. So now, if he can keep that second gap, he can
we've got
focus
Lucas
his own
on the
race.
back of Lennon. Is he going to go for it? Is Lennon going to? No, he's not fighting that.
Yeah, they're not gonna. They've just got to keep doing this. Use the DRS to their advantage. Use the toe to their advantage, and try and.
Contact between the boys.
I think Lennon got a little bit crossed up in the middle of the chicane, and now we've got yellow flag at Ascari again, and Red Donkey's out. And that's the first GFO retirement, unfortunately. And that could have been a safety car if we were earlier in the race. Yeah. Roscoe's catching Steve quite quickly. Now down to 2.6 seconds. Steve's hard tyres. He's done a good job, Steve, again.
Yeah, he has done a good job, but not quite worked for him tonight, I don't think.
Jacob just
Matt 2's penalties, I don't think it'll put Steve above him.
Yeah, I think Matt 2 will be safe in 8th place. Crucial points for DRL because they're 3rd and 4th and 8th as it stands. GFO 1st and 7th. Zenith as it stands at the moment 2nd, 5th and 6th and 10th. And IRC is Steve currently in 9th.
I think we might get sprint jumping Roscoe on penalties.
Has Roscoe got, yes, Roscoe has got penalties. Yes, so yeah, that could. And Jonathan Cox passing Scaife Bait. Well, it's unfortunately unravelled for Jonathan Cox. So where are our battles? The Zenith boys again about to get involved in a DRS battle. Lucas may lose that place back to Lennon, and will do. Lennon gets back through, back into 5th place. There's the Englishman, but I don't think Lucas has got any penalties, so that could benefit him.
Alpamuk has got the gap down to less than a second now, so we'll get DRS.
I wonder if Alpamuk was, as I can see, gravel. I wonder if Jacob's been across the gravel. He's lost time to Spanias as well, so Jacob's made a mistake as Lucas repasses. You're down into turn 4. Down into very out to outer, and they're still side by side. This is costing them time, which they can't afford to do. Lennon's back through into 5th place down the inside of the Lesmo. Second Lesmo now. Lucas still there. I tell you what, Matt 2's catching him hand over fist. Watch out for the red and black card. There he is. He's got penalties, but my word, he's got some pace. Scaife Bait picks up another penalty. Panapap is in a great position because Lennon has got penalties and will definitely lose a place to Lucas and Panapap. May get away with it with Matt 2. In the meantime, at the front, Alpamut may try a last lap lunge. We're on the last lap, and in fact he is, because Jacob having to go defensive here. Not a lot of penalties between these, it's just 1 second, but Jacob needs to finish ahead of the Turkish driver, who's now down the outside and has to move down before the first corner. Jacob trying to fight it back. Jonathan Cox picks the penalty, but it's all playing into the hands of this man here, the blue and white car of GFO Spanias.
Commanding, would you say, from the front?
Well,
he's not had it all his own way.
He got the advantage, didn't he? He's taken advantage of Alpamut and Jacob battling, fighting tooth and nail. And Spanias has just taken everything that's given to him and has taken it and run. 4-second lead.
It's much getting better show from the GFO boys.
Matt 2 has passed Panapap. Matt 2 has a ton of penalties. Panapap should get that place back at the end. The two Zenith boys are still going at it as well. It's cost them a hatful of time. Steve Yeo is dropping 3 seconds, nearly 3 seconds a lap now to these boys.
Yeah, them tyres.
Oh, Jacob's spun it!
Oh.
Oh my word! Last lap. He's got a puncher. He's got a puncher, Matt.
Oh, he has. That's it.
I don't believe it.
That
I
is
do
it.
not
That's costing
believe
him
it. Spanias rounds the last corner. He wins round 2 in Italy. It's a victory for GFO and Spanias. Alpubert could be second. Let's see the time.
Oh, unsafe penalty.
Will
5
you nick
seconds.
it? Will you nick it?
He
Yes,
does.
he does. You're second,
Will
but it's
Lucas pinch him?
GRL 2-3. Lucas picks up what should be 4th place. Poor Jacob. Lucas picks up 4th. Lenin is still 5th. So Zenith 4th, 5th, DRL 6th, Panapap 7th. Jacob finishes with a puncher.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Sprints past Lorenzo. Steve finishes ahead of
Goes in
Jacob.
P8, yep. Ahead of Jacob. Roscoe goes ahead
beats
of Jacob.
Jacob.
Does sprint. Sprint beats Roscoe as well.
Didn't Jacob have a 5-second penalty to be removed under the safety car? Well, I'll double check
Yeah, we'll
that.
do all that afterwards.
But there again, sprint again, picking up the points, making the most of a clean race. But my word, Jacob, a puncher out of Ascari. Lucky not to retire, but after all that, it's provisional 11th. Lorenzo 12th.
Must say provisional because it looks like when he crossed the line he got another 5-second penalty for unsaved 5-second penalty, so it's going to be awkward to work out.
Well, there is your winner.
Your grid.
GFO Spanias. What a race from the Greek driver. Took advantage of the battles behind. Your second place, kept it clean. No front wing on the front of that Alpubert's car as well. Alpubert again started pole, couldn't convert it to victory.
No, I'd like to. He's maybe not get on pole tomorrow if he's racing tomorrow. I'm sorry,
We'll find out the lineups tomorrow, of course. But Lucas, fantastic. Lucas up 10 places from where he started. That was a great comeback drive. We can get some of the drivers in. Alphabet 5 seconds, but that wasn't under the safety car. That was for jumping turn 1. Lucas 4th and 14th, up 10. What a race by Lucas. Lennon, great job, great top 5. Matt 2, of course.
Even with his penalties in P6.
Panapap had more penalties than I thought. 7th place. Steve, no penalties. Sprint, no penalties. Roscoe, those 3 seconds cost him 9th. However, he'll be happy to get a point. Jacob's penalties are going to add to 17. He did pick up 5 seconds somewhere. So I'll ask Jacob where he picked those up. But great race yet again, Matt.
Sorry, just muted. Yeah, fantastic. I was just looking at, like you said, Jacob's 17 seconds worth of penalties. That can't be 2 5-second penalties, can it? It must be 4 3 seconds and a 5 seconds. So
yeah,
we'll do some working out. We'll wait for some footage to come in and we'll go from there like we did yesterday. But yeah, again, cracking night. It just highlights what we're trying to do, and obviously last night was a success. I think tonight's racing was again clean, fair, fast, no major contact. So we'll
as we know of so far, there's a bit of margin by towards the back.
Cracking drive from Spanias to take GFO's first win of this event, and hopefully gets them back on track from yesterday.
Roscoe's saying that Asdog completely wrecked his race. No, I've got a feeling we have some footage coming in, but what a result for GFO. What a bounce back, 14 points.
Shame he never put his footage in when he was in IRC. But yeah, no, well, I say we'll wait for it all. We'll review it all and we'll make decisions.
And what a shame! What a shame for Jacob. My word, on for a podium. The puncher.
I didn't see what happened. Did he lose it on a scarring, hit the wall, or was it just a straight puncher?
No, he had a puncher coming out of the scar. His tyre went. I was just jumped on board. He was going for a scarring. His tyre went as he was coming on the exit or in the middle of a scar. He was lucky to keep it out the wall.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the battle he was having with Alpamutke, you'd have said it was Alpamutke's tyres that had gone first.
And I'll tell you what, that battle with the front three abreast, the side-by-side racing was absolutely brilliant.
3 drivers that have never raced together as well. That's the most impressive thing for me.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll be joined by some of the drivers. We could hear from the top 3 and some others that have taken part tonight. Panapas had a great race.
Can we invite anybody in? Yeah, they did. I've just invited a couple of the drivers in, see if they come in. But yeah, no. Another good race. I'll await the feedback. Eventful, yeah. Not spoilt, not determined, I don't think, by a safety car either, so...
No, no.
Penalties
Not
are
penalties
niggly for me, but... You know,
Spanias won fair and square.
Yeah, you knock the corner cutting down to regular and you get drivers exploiting that, so it's got to be on strict, but...
As Lucas, I should invite him now. He's trying to party. Lucas, the first man. Lucas, up
Hey,
10 places from 14th to 4th. What a race. How was that for your point of view?
It felt great. It felt great. My quality was bad, so I knew I had to keep it clean. That was the plan, and it worked out.
It looked like you and Lennon were working together with the DRS in the tow. Was that the plan?
Yeah, when I realized we have nothing to win and to gain anymore, so we just gave DRS to each other to pull away from the others.
And thankfully it worked. Matt too had a ton of penalties. Lennon had some penalties as well. Did you think if it started higher up, you could have been challenging Yor and Alpimut for second and third?
Probably, but you never know. So I'm happy with that result.
It's still good points to Zenith. Unfortunately, Jacob's puncher in the middle of a Ascari
took a few of them points back, yeah.
Has given away a big haul of points.
My first race after weeks, so it was nice.
I was just about to ask you, your first race in a while, and first time racing some of these guys. From what you experienced, was it all fairly clean out there and enjoyable?
Yeah, totally. I didn't have any incidents, so I felt good.
Excellent stuff. And you're back in for what's your next race?
Tomorrow in Canada. I believe.
Of course you are. Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, sure.
Chances of a better qualifying could lead to a podium or more.
Well, when I start back, I do better. So, yeah.
Cracking drive, Lucas, mate. Cracking drive. I was saying to Dave, we didn't mention you much in the commentary, which is credit to the drive that you had. It was nothing detrimental to you. It was just you went about your business the right way, yeah. Good. Let's see if we can get another more. Yeah, I've just sent in one now. Good night, Lucas. Speak to you tomorrow, mate. Hopefully on the podium. I'll do. What Jacob is. Cracking job, mate. It was fourth or fifth, but it kind of put a downer on the event for him, because I said he had a cracking drive. The crackling battle of Spanias and Alpamutke at the front, that 3 wide into turn 1 just looked fantastic. I'd love to have been involved in it. Yeah, I'd have slammed on the brakes coming near the pit exit, but I'd love to have been involved in that. I don't think we're being joined by Alpamutke. I've sent him an invite, but love tap. Yeah. So yeah, I think, where's it, Canada tomorrow? Yep. Should be another similar race. We'll pick similar tracks for that reason, close, fast, clean racing. So hopefully we'll get another performance like tonight. We have T Sammy's back tomorrow. We've got Sprint. We've got Stee, who've openly put their hands up. I think Fizzy's in tomorrow. Yep, Fizzy put his hands up tomorrow, so I'm glad to see him go. And I think that's it for now. But there is talk of Browner wanting to race tomorrow. So how is Jamie one today after his battle with the wall last night. Is he alright? Right, if you like I say, mate, if you let it get you down, you're racing for all the wrong reasons, aren't you? You keep mentioning it. I think that's it, mate. Yeah, I'm just going to close the stream, and like I said, we're live tomorrow from 10 to 8 tomorrow, normal time. Dave will sort his issues out, and we'll be... Oh, hold it. Is he there? Hello. Hello. How was that? How was that race for you? The battle at the front looked fantastic. Annoying. Spanny ass yet. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we may have missed it on stream, but it looked, the battle you had into turn one with the three, when you was 3 wide at one point, that looked a bit of a... So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, mate. But overall, yeah, go on, Doug. Mixing it up nicely then, yeah. That's ominous, that, isn't it? Kvyat torpedo. Yeah. No, not from man yet. There may be 1 or 2, but yeah, well, I think that's it. I will sign it off. No, I was just gonna... Yep. Thank you for joining us, Dave, eventually. But yeah, that's end of race 2. We'll be live back tomorrow at 7:50, and we're around Canada, joined again by me and Dave. I'm not wanted on the racing, so I'll commentate. Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks, Dave. No worries, buddy. Good night.